Hello and welcome back to my kitchen. Today I'm going to be doing another bar snack recipe, and this one is for pickled eggs. And I'm going to be showing you two different versions of the kind that I typically make. The first one is my favorite, which is the pickled beets, and the ingredients we are going to need for that are 2 cans of beets, 2 cups of water, 1 cup of apple cider vinegar, or if you don't have apple cider you can use white vinegar, 1/3 cup of sugar, 1 purple onion or whatever onion you've got, or you can leave the onion out, totally up to you. For my spices, I have 2 tablespoons of pickling spice. This one just so happens to come with a dried chili, and I do like these with a little bit of a kick, so I'm going to go ahead and throw one of those in. I have 1 teaspoon of peppercorns, as well as 1 teaspoon of red pepper flakes. And the red pepper flakes are totally optional in this. And we're also going to need about 1 teaspoon of salt, and I'm using kosher salt. For our second recipe, that is going to be our jalapeno eggs. You're going to need 1.5 cups of water, 1.5 cups of apple cider vinegar. I've got 3 jalapenos that I've sliced. I have 1/2 cup of sugar. I have 2 cloves of crushed garlic, as well as 1 tablespoon of salt. And in this bowl, I've got 45 eggs that I've gone ahead and hard-boiled and peeled. And the way I do my hard-boiled eggs is I put them in cold water, straight from the refrigerator, onto my stove. I allow it to come up to a rapid boil. I turn them off, put a lid on, and set them to the side for 10 minutes. And if you do that, you will have perfectly boiled eggs every time. So the first thing we need to do is move our eggs out of the way. And I'm actually going to start with the beet recipe. And all I'm going to do is pour my ingredients into my pot. And I'm going to put it over onto the stove, and I'm just going to allow this to warm up enough for my sugar to dissolve. I don't need this very warm. I just need the sugar dissolved. And for right now, I'm just going to put my beet juice in from both cans. As well as my spices. And my salt. And the sugar. Now I'm going to gently stir this, and I'm going to transfer this. Actually, I'm going to throw my onions in this as well, because I do want my onions to start to soften up a little bit. And all I'm going to do now is transfer it over to my stove and allow it to start warming up until the sugar has dissolved. For our other one, we're going to be doing the exact same thing. We're just going to put our water in, as well as our apple cider vinegar, our sugar, as well as our salt. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to let this one come up to a simmer until the sugar has dissolved. So while these are heating up, I'm going to go ahead and start getting my jars assembled. Alright, I have got 2 1.5 gallon mason jars. You can use an old pickling jar or an old condiment jar. They work just as well, just as long as your container is big enough that your eggs can stay totally submerged. And this recipe is really customizable to any amount of egg. You just need to lower or raise the ingredients that you use in it. So for the pickled egg, or the beet eggs, I'm going to go ahead and just start dropping my eggs in. And I'm only going to put, I don't know, like 6 or 7 of them in here for right now. And then I'm going to go ahead and start layering my beets in. And I'm probably going to go ahead and just put this whole first can in for right now. I'm going to set that one to the side. I don't want to fill this one up anymore until I get my onions off of the stove. So for this one, I am just going to go ahead and dump in 1 clove of my garlic along with my eggs. Some of my jalapenos. And I'm going to layer this one until it gets all the way up to the top. Alright, now that I've got it full, I'm going to go ahead and put the last of my garlic in, as well as my remaining jalapenos. And because we're not canning this, we're just going to be putting this in the refrigerator. As long as I still have enough room at the top to completely cover the eggs with our brine, this will be fine. I think I might even be able to get 1 more egg in there. Maybe 2. There we go. That looks good. So I'm going to set this one aside and I'm going to go and check on my brine. Alright guys, our brine is done and I've gone ahead and allowed it to cool down. You don't want to use a hot brine because it will start cooking your eggs again and you don't want to do that. So what I'm going to do is start ladling in my onions from the pickled beet brine. So that I can get a few of them in the middle. And then the rest will just go towards the top. There we go. And now I'm going to do is start dropping my eggs in. As well as the rest of my beets. And I'm just going to fill it all the way up to the top with my remaining eggs. Whatever I have left over, I will use either in an egg salad, or I have a couple of other pickled egg recipes that I could do. If you would like to see how to make a mustard pickled egg or a spicy hot pickled egg, let me know down in the comment section below, and I would be more than happy to do that for you guys. So I think that is probably going to pretty much do it. Actually, that one might be way too much. Let me take him out because I do want to get a little bit more of the onion in here if I can. And now all we have to do is fill this to the top with our brine and our onion. There we go. And that is all the way nicely up to the top. Let me poke those little babies down in there. And now what's left to do is just wipe our rim off, and I'm going to be using a plastic lid for this. The vinegar in the recipe could potentially rust a metal lid on here, which would get in here and ruin the flavor of your eggs. So it is better, I think, to use plastic when you're doing a pickled recipe like this. And now all we have to do, let me give it a little shake, make sure the liquid is going to go all the way down and I don't need to top it off any. Actually, I think I could probably add just a tad bit more. There we go. And this one, now this one is good to go into the refrigerator, and you should probably wait at least 24 to 48 hours before you start eating the beet eggs. That will allow enough time for the beet brine to start penetrating your eggs. The longer you let these wait in your refrigerator, the better they're going to get. So let's go ahead and move on to our other one. And for this one, all we have to do is just pour our brine straight in until it covers the top. I would like to remind you guys of the Gamers and Geeks playlist that TopCat and I have going on our channels. If you guys would like to be a part of it, it's really easy. All you have to do is go out and make a cooking video and then post it to your channel. And once you've done that, just let TopCat or I know in the comment section of our latest cooking videos, or if you're a part of our Discord servers, you can let us know over there as well. And we would be more than happy to come over, check out your videos, and get it added to the playlist. So I think that one looks really good with the jalapenos in there. I do need to add just a tad bit more brine to this one to get that egg covered at the top. That one's going to go right up to the rim. And same thing, I am using a plastic lid for this one. I'm going to tighten it down, give it a little bit of a shake, make sure the liquid is around all of my eggs. Which it is, so that one looks good. Alright guys, there we go. This one you're going to want to wait about 7 to 10 days before you try this one. You want to let it sit in your refrigerator and allow enough time for the brine to get in there and really pickle the eggs and the jalapenos. These are really good diced up into like a tuna fish salad, or on top of just like a chef salad, or eaten just plain. And the jalapenos are really good too after they've been pickled. So for these, I'm just going to be enjoying these straight out of the jar. And again, that is going to be in about 24 to 48 hours. These will last for about 3 to 4 months in your refrigerator, if you can keep them around that long. And like I said, if you would like to see how I make mustard pickled eggs or a spicy hot pickled egg, let me know down in the comment section below. I would be more than happy to do that for you guys. But for now, I think that is going to do it from me. So thank you so very much for joining me today. I've been Vault Girl. I hope you guys have enjoyed. And I hope I see you in the next one.